Today we play week 3 of the SPL versus a good friend of the channel and myself, the man himself, Mr. Joey PokeAim MD. Now, before I start the video, I want to say a few words. When Joey invited me to play this season, I debated about doing something special to celebrate and hype up the season. Recently, I've been watching a few diss tracks and thought I would make my own. Then I remembered the last time Joey rapped and thought I would do him and the world a favor and scrap that idea.
My name is Joey. Battles what I go about. Milton, the mascot. Swerve when I roll out. Nasty as a muck smell.
After all, battles is what he goes about, and I don't want the audience to go away like his mascot. Without further ado, let's break down the team real quick and get into the battles. All right, so let's go over quick details on the team. So we are playing the Los Angeles Wakers with Joey as the captain. His team consists of Annihilate, Diancie, Deoxys Speed, Bronzong, Manaphy, Mudsdale, Hydrapple, Sneasel, Ferret, and Poltergeist. So I decided to craft a specific team here that I do have that Dondozo team. However, Dondozo's not exactly the greatest into Joey's build, mainly because he does have a few answers which can be a little bit annoying. Specifically, it is going to be the Manaphy with the Heart Swap. And if you don't know what Heart Swap does, it is a move that trades the stats changes of your Pokemon. So I don't want to exactly give Manaphy my boost with Dondozo. So that is pretty much an out, and it's really hard to get rid of Manaphy, especially with Terra in mind. So I can't really go to Dondozo Commander setup mode. However, looking at his team, a lot of it is actually week 2 Tatsugiri, and Manaphy's coverage, when you look at it, it's usually like Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Ice Beam, Water type moves. Can't really hit Tatsugiri for a lot of damage. So Tatsugiri choice specs, I want to bluff the Dondozo Tatsugiri mode again and have the Storm Drain Tatsugiri that can definitely cause a bit of a headache for Joey. I think Tatsugiri is just able to do so much damage, especially covering any like Terra Fires for like the Make It Rain or Willis. We're trying to resist Namorous, so I felt like it was a pretty good pick. A lot of the team actually that Joey has is weak to Enamorous, so that is the focus on this plan here. We are going with a fast Enamorous that's designed to outspeed the Manaphy and is supposed to sweep with that Terra Fairy, Moonblast, and Springtide Storm off the base 135 special attack with the Life Orb and Terra Fairy, and really new card. And we're going with Tailwind offense here in this round because I don't think we're going to see Trick Room too much, and even if there's Trick Room, it does get threatened by the Golden Go, which is a pretty good Pokemon. He has very limited Go switch-ins. So bring the Golden Go with the Metal Coat and the Steel Terra. I didn't really know what Terra was going to run on Golden Go. I just decided, hey, I might as well have the Terra Steel Metal Coat option for a really strong Make It Rain at the beginning. It does seem like pretty effective, especially into Terras. So having the Golden Go and the Tatsugiri, they're both designed to outspeed Annihilate while under Tailwind if I do get my Speed Rod, because the only Pokemon I'm fearing is really the Deoxys Speed with screens and speed control like Icy Wind. So I want to make sure that I can cover that angle. I do expect Annihilate to be brought 100%. I expect Manaphy to be brought 100%. I expect Hydrapple and Sneasel, especially like the Focus Sash Sneasel, I think is pretty good for him. And then I think the rest, I think I could see Ferret for the redirection, and I would also see the Poltergeist potentially for Hospitality, but I am expecting Deoxys with screens because I think screens allow Manaphy to stick around in the field, which means it's harder for me to get rid of, and it would help with their Dondozo setup. So that is basically my prediction here, and idea here is Enamorous is really good against the team. Have it sweep. We have Meowscarada with that Fake Tears, which is really good because it can also lower the special defense on my opponent's side for really strong Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Muddy Water, Dracos, or the Fairy type moves from Enamorous, but also has the low sweep. And this low sweep Meowscarada with Focus Sash is designed to outspeed Sneasel, so I can go for the low sweep, bring it down to Focus Sash, and then double it up with any of the Pokemon that can follow up, which I think is pretty cool. I can also go for Self Fake Tears and Enamorous if I need a bulky play against one of the special attackers, specifically that Manaphy, to keep in mind, as well as potentially Hydrapple. And that's pretty much the goal. Just Tailwind sweep. This Fletchinder is pretty insane with the Covert Cloak and the moveset. I went with the Covert Cloak in case of Sneasel fake out, but a lot of this is just support. It's Tailwind's offense. You have Rain Dance, the power of the Tatsugiri, get rid of the fire move weakness of the Golden Go really, and make Springtide Storm accurate. Defog I thought was a funny tech. I researched this move like 1 minute of the day that the battle was going to happen, and I thought, ooh, defog seems cool. I looked it up and it was a spread move in doubles. That's what it told me, and I was like, what? There's no way this is a thing, because giving my Enamorous the evasion boost, because defog lowers the evasion of the target, so with contrary it's a boost to evasion while lowering the evasion on my opponent's side, so Springtide Storm always hits. That sounds absolutely incredible. It also gets rid of screens from Deoxys. I'm like, wait, this is a no-brainer. Unfortunately, I found out it's only a one target move in doubles, but it was still like a cool concept. I was like, you know what, I'll just bring it because I don't know what else I'm really bringing. Tailwind, of course, and then Feints to play around, stalling out the Tailwind turn. So that's the idea of the Fletchender. We have the solo Dundozo with the Fisher, which is only meant to be brought if there's more of a bulkier mode on Joey's side, where there is no Deoxys speed, and I can go for like Yawn, Fisher against like bulky setup, and then go for Noble Roar, which is meant to power up my Enamorous thanks to the contrary boost. So that's basically the idea of the team, is to sweep with Enamorous and the offensive modes of Golden Go and Tatsugiri. It's just Tailwind, offense, brute force it, because Enamorous is really good and Tatsugiri is really good against them damage wise, and Golden Go can also sweep. So I felt like this is the powerhouse of the combination, and we'll see how it plays out. All right, we have the SPL week 3 versus Joey. I get to do it live because I actually have live time. All right, let's see what he's got. He's got the Hydrapple, the Sneasler, Deoxys Speed, Annihilate, the Sinistra, and, or not Sinistra, the Poltergeist or whatever it's called, and the Manaphy. So looking over his Terras, his Terra Steel Hydrapple, the Terra Steel Sneasel, the Fire Deoxys, Steel Poltergeist, Poison Annihilate, and Poison Manaphy. Ah, the fact he has Poison sucks for me because I brought, like, my entire game plan was to sweep with Enamorous stuff. So a lot of this is what I expected, except I expected Furret. I'm surprised there's no Furret, but all right. I do want to probably get Tailwind up. So I think I am going to go with Fletchender Golden Go for the most part, which was one of my most effective tools, I think, in general. Like, what part of my game plan was using the Golden Go. So I think I will go with Golden Go Fletchender. Then in the back, I want to bring Enamorous. Yeah, I want to reveal the Dozo immediately. That's the question. I was expecting like Heart Swap, Manaphy, and a bunch of other stuff. I think I will go with the Tatsugiri. Let's see. Let's see. This is going to be a tough one because Joey seems just unpredictable, man. Like, he drafted one of the craziest teams of the entire season. Definitely has more creative aspects than mine, but you know, I did try to go a bit creative. I'm going with Enamorous Incarnate Sweep. That's the goal here with my team. So I'm kind of curious on what his game plan will be. I was expecting like potential final Gamma Annihilate, but I could definitely see being bulk up. I expected screens here on the Deoxys, and I do think Deoxys coming out is not surprising to me. Sneasel would be kind of annoying, but we'll see. It's going to be Sneasel plus the Deoxys. Okay. All right, as we lead Golden Go plus the Fletchender, which I guess this is okay here. So I could Terra immediately with my Golden Go and go for Make It Rain. I could also just attack aggressively here. Do I think the Deoxys can knock out the Fletchender? Because that's a good question. I think that's a very good question. I think my best play is just to protect my Golden Go and just go for a Tailwind immediately. Then I could go for the Feint combo. What Terra is the Sneasel? I have to double check. It's Steel Sneasel. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep in mind. But I am going to go for Tailwind here and protect. If they go for Fake Out, that's fine. I have Cover Cloak on my Fletchender. Deoxys, I don't know if you're going for screens, buddy. That's the thing. They don't know that I don't have a fire move, though, on the Fletchender, so that might impact their decision. And that might very impact their decision. All right, we protect our Golden Go. Let's see what they decide to go for here. Gonna be the Ice Shard. Does this have... Oh, Psycho Boost. Okay. Huh. All right, they got me. They got me. They got me with the Ice Shard. Psycho Boost. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay. I think I just got to go with Tatsugiri and draw some strong strong attacks at this point. So I'm going to bring the Tatsu. I'm just going to go for a Make It Rain plus a Muddy Water. I did have the Golden Go specifically designed to survive Sneasel's hits for the most part, other than like if it's an actual boosting item. But since it's not like Life Orb, I don't expect it. I'm pretty much assuming it's Sash, but let's see. Going to go for Muddy Water plus Make It Rain. Just do as much damage as possible. They don't have the best switches, but not having Tailwind really stinks. We're gonna see Psycho Boost come out on Tatsugiri. Oh, is he just doubling up the Tatsu? That does so much. Is that Specs? That has to be. That's doing so much damage for Deoxys. They actually spread the attacks off. Okay, wait, hold on. I might get a double knockout here then. Make It Rain? We get to confirm if it's Sash or not. It is Sash confirmed. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Land of Muddy Water? Land of Muddy Waters? Nice. Okay, we got a double knockout. This isn't the worst position. It's still not an amazing position, but it's a playable position. That's what matters. Goodbye, Deoxys. All right. Wish I had the Tailwind up, but can't really do much about it. They went for Ice Shard to cover for a Terra Ghost on the Fake Out, which makes a lot of sense. So Specs Deoxys is definitely an interesting one here. We're going to see the Annihilate and the... What's coming out here? Hydrapple. Ooh, okay. Wait, no, I feel fine about this position, actually. I feel fine about this position. I'm going to protect Golden Go and swap out into Enamorous, I think. Because Enamorous shouldn't be threatened by any of these Pokemon attack-wise. And Springtide Storm. We're going to be clicking it. We're going to be clicking it. Ah, I just wish... If we had Tailwind up, this would be such a perfect position because I would just be able to sweep here. Oh boy, okay. I don't think this is that bad of a spot though. I don't think it is. I guess it depends on A, is Hydrapple actually bulky enough to be able to tank attacks from my Enamorous? Can we bait a Terra? What are their Terra on the... It's Steel and Poison here, which is worst case for Enamorous, but I think it's playable. All right, switching out Tatsugiri because I don't think I should be threatened by any attack if I go out into my Enamorous. We protect Golden Go. I want to see if I could bait a Terra here. Rage Fist into Golden Go. Perfect. If this is a grass move or a dragon move, that's so perfect here. Grass Knot. Oh, they tried to call Dondozo. Oh, that's great. Okay, that's great. They have to Terra, right? Because if they don't Terra, they're in a terrible spot. The question is who's going to Terra? I feel like you gotta respect the Enamorous. I think I'm just going to Shadow Ball the Hydrapple and go for Protect with my Enamorous. Because I'm baiting the Terra here. We are going to see the Terra. I want to see, Joey. Who are you Terraing? The Annihilate or the Hydrapple? It's Hydrapple. Okay, that's not surprising. Going to be the Terra Steel. Not shocking. I want to be surprised if this is Terra Fairy Terra Blast because I know he likes that set. So we protect our Enamorous. Rage Fist going to come out, which is fine. I'll let him take that knockout. Okay. Terra Blast. Yep. Okay. Oh boy. Bring out the Tatsu. We have some offensive capabilities. I can go for a Hydro Pump into the Hydrapple. The question is, what am I doing with Enamorous? Am I going for Springtide? I think this just comes down to A, what the Annihilate set is, because if I can get the KO on Annihilate, that's huge. But does Annihilate protect? If Annihilate does protect, I'm a bit concerned. I think I'm going to go for Terra Fairy Moonblast into the Annihilate and just hope that I can get the KO. I did design this Enamorous to outspeed Annihilate and Manaphy, so that shouldn't be a problem. We go for the Terra Fairy. I'm hoping this takes a knockout Annihilate, and then I Hydro Pump. If it's Scarf Annihilate, then it doesn't KO my Tatsugiri, I think, with Rage Fist. All right, we get the big Terra Fairy Moonblast off into the Annihilate. That's a big KO. Okay. That's a good start. Hydro Pump. Come on. Choice Specs Hydro Pump. Choice Specs Hydro Pump. Okay. Are you Assault Vest? You probably are. Okay. I should have Spring Tided. But they went for Terra Blast into Anaris. It's going to come down to Pump, baby. It's going to come down to Pump. Oh, no. But I'm glad I Moonblast. If I Springside Storm and missed an Annihilate, I was in such a bad spot. Okay. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Hit the Specs Hydro. Hit the Specs Hydro, Tatsu. Oh, man. Please. Please hit the Specs Hydro. Okay, this was the dream position. Even though, like, our start was terrible, now we've actually had put ourselves in a position to win. Especially with the double swap. Like, getting the Namerson safely was huge. Let's go, Tatsugiri. Let's go. That is a 1-0 start here. Okay, beautiful. Man, they really prepped hard for Anamis. I thought they were going to respect the Doza mode more, but they respected Anamis specifically, which is fair because Anamis was blowing through their team, and that was kind of the game plan. All right. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Good start. Now let's see how the rest plays out. Fletchender, you didn't really do that much, buddy. I might still bring you anyway because Tailwind is still really good, especially if I get rid of the lead. They didn't have the best answers, but let's figure it out. So they have Rage Fist, which makes this interesting. I went for the Terra Fairy Moonblast because I want to ensure to calc on KOing the Annihilate if it was like, I think it's Assault Vest Hydrapple. He brought it in week 1, and I think it just makes so much sense on this team. All right, what am I going here? What do I want to go here? I kind of want to go the Meowscarada. The Meowscarada mode goes crazy. Do I need Golden Go? It wasn't really necessary. Although it was really good for breaking through the lead. It wasn't necessary for the rest. I think I'm going to bring a Namerus Meowscarada lead. I think Meowscarada and Namerus is pretty good. I think Fletchender in back and Tatsugiri again. Because Tatsugiri was so good in the last one. Which is weird because I'm not bringing my Shadow Ball Mon. Which Joey's team is really weak to Shadow Ball. He has 3 weeks to it. But I really like the Tatsugiri. I think Fletchender with Tailwind, if I set up the Anamis properly, is in a good position. So let's see. So we saw Grass Knot from Hydrapple, which is an interesting choice. I wasn't expecting Grass Knot. It does more damage to Dundozo, but I thought they had like so many answers to Dundozo that I thought Grass Knot wasn't necessary. It helps because it means it doesn't really hit Tatsugiri for much damage, but we'll see. A lot of this game plan is me trying to go for my tech. So a lot of the techs that I had was setting up a Namerus. I have Fake Tears on my Meowscarada alongside Low Kick or Low Sweep. Wait, did I put Low Kick or Low Sweep? I might be dumb here. Please tell me I put Low Sweep. I think I did put Low Sweep, but I might have forgot. I know I put it in the paste. Did I put it on the actual mod? That's a good question. We'll find out. So we're going to see the Deoxys and Sneasel lead again. Okay. Versus the Namerus and the Meowscarada. You know, if this is Specs, I'm kind of curious if Specs actually picks up the knockout into my Enamoris. Oh boy, that could be a tough one. I do have Low Sweep though. Okay, so that's set perfectly. I'm going to double protect. If you have Feint, you got me, Joey. I don't think you have Feint on the Sneasel. If you have, because you have Knockoff Ice Shard, I think you have to have Fake Out and probably Triple Axle. I know Joey likes to run Triple Axle Focus Sash, and as a singles player, like, that's like a singles thing, because like doubles players won't do that. Oh, we see a Terra. Interesting. Okay, we get to see what they're running. Terra Fire. Okay, interesting. I guess they were scared of me going for Sucker Punch with Meowscarada. I don't have Sucker Punch though, so I'm very happy with this. Okay, we have baited their Terra, which makes the Namerus' job more incredible here. All right. They went for Psycho Boost into the Enamorous and Triple Axle. Okay. I actually don't know this calc on Triple Axle, or not Triple Axle, the Deoxys Speed. So let me see. Choice specs modest. Psycho Boost. Oh, lovely. It guarantee KOs. Not ideal. Gonna go Fletchender, I guess, and I'm gonna low sweep the Sneasel. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We can play out of this, but it's bad that it KOs. Psycho Boost gonna come out into the Fletchender. Okay, Fletchender goes down. I kind of wish I went to Violet now over Covert Cloak, because the Violet might be able to survive one. Wasn't expecting Specs Deoxys though. Low sweep gonna come out into the Sneasel. I mean, he can miss Triple Axle, which is also fair. If he misses Triple Axle, that's actually kind of massive. I don't think Ice Shard plus Psycho Boost will KO at the range it was at earlier. Okay. All right, now it's just going to come down to a few other factors. So it comes down to, do I expect the Deoxys to switch out? Because that's going to be a big one. The Tatsugiri, unfortunately, does not outspeed Sneasel, I think. Let me check, actually. Sneasel. As we know, it should be my... No, I didn't outspeed it to outspeed Sneasel, which was actually a mistake. I think I just go for Muddy Water and I go for Springtide Storm. Actually, no, I would Moonblast here. Yeah, I Moonblast. I don't know if they're going to go for Ice Shard Psycho Boost as a last-ditch effort, or if they're going to go instead for a Nutter Tech. This is ugly. I think I should have Springtide Storm because I'm so down in this game, but this Sneasel combination is actually really, really tricky for me to deal with. Yeah, this Sneasel stuff is tricky to deal with. They go for Ice Shard. Oh, they go for Ice Shard Psycho Boost. It's probably over then. I had to go for Protect Muddy Water. I think if I went for Protect Muddy Water, I won. I was worried if they would swap out. Muddy Water should get a double knockout at least. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't beat Hydrapple, but I don't think it was too bad. I think I just got to stop wasting turns of momentum by switching, and I just got to attack, you know? I think that's just got to be the case. I just got to attack. Oh, they brought Manaphy. Interesting adjustment. Oh, they're going to find out about my Storm Drain tech. Wait, it's Manaphy Poltergeist. Maybe I could win. maybe. I have Terra Fire. I'll go for it. If there's a world I win this, there's no way. Choice Specs Muddy Water, I'm hoping does enough to wall break, but we'll see. Because I am forced to play. I can't forfeit for information, unfortunately. Otherwise, I definitely would, but in the draft league, you're not allowed to. So we will Terra Fire and Muddy Water. We go for Tail Glow. Makes sense. So is it Tail Glow Heart Swap? Because I thought they were going to bring Heart Swap. Good damage. Life, dude. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Unless I get a bunch of accuracy drops, there's just no way I win this. Interesting adjustments. No Annihilate is very curious. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, they're finding out the information. I mean, that does power my Storm Drain, so if Joey misplays this, I do get some Muddy Waters. They're boosted now. Like, that's a lot of damage into the Poltergeist, or, yeah, into whatever that Mon is. It'd be so funny if Tatsu win this. I probably need a accuracy drop though on Manaphy, because I probably do go down to like 2 attacks from Manaphy. Or if it's just solo Tail Glow, but you should never be solo Tail Glow. It should be like Energy Ball, Gleam, or Ice Beam or something. But finding out this information is good too. Star Drain Tatsu. It's funny. It is funny. They don't have to respect my Dozo mode as much though. Stored power. Ooh, that's crazy. Muddy Water. If I get an accuracy drop. Okay. Wait. This might not be over. I need like what? 3 misses? Maybe 2? Maybe? Let's see. Definitely winnable. Definitely winnable. It'd be funny if like the minus accuracy would affect the stored power, base power, but it doesn't. Yeah. All right. Stored power gonna come out in Tatsu. Pick up the knockout. All right. Goodbye, Tatsu. That's fine though. I realistically don't think this was that bad. Yeah, I don't think this was that bad. I think I have an adjustment for game 3. I think I'm gonna go with my Fletchender Golden Go again. Yeah, I think Fletchender Golden Go is the play. Because they don't exactly have a good time against Golden Go with the Storm Drain. So if I set that up properly, I think I could set up a Golden Go sweep. Because we know it's not Stellar Terra on this Sneasel. So I'm going to go Fletchender plus Golden Go. And then in the back, Tatsugiri plus Enamorous. We're going all in on this combo, but I think it will work. Like, this is like the one thing I regret about not having Sucker Punch on the Meowscarada, because I thought about having Sucker Punch on Meowscarada over like Protect, but not much I can do. Or even Fake Tears. I really want to blow away their team with Fake Tears, but I was just not expecting the choice specs on the Deoxys. That's kind of heat. That is kind of heat. All right. So my plan here is to try and knock out the Sneasel with Feint plus Make It Rain. That's the goal here. That is the goal. This is gonna be tough. We'll see if we can win, but it's gonna be tough. But I think Golden Go can be in a good spot. What was their Terra on Manaphy again? Poison, right? Yeah, Manaphy was poison, and so was Poltergeist with Steel, which is not bad for me. But they know I just don't bring Dozo. I thought about bringing Dozo if there's like a yawn point, but if I was not unaware, I'd probably bring it. But since I'm unaware, the Psycho Boost, I just ignore the special attack drop. It's just never worth it. All right, we're going to see the lead again. This is pretty much what we expect. I wonder if they go for the attacks in a Golden Go here instead of the Fletchender. But I don't have Protect on the Fletchender. So, you know what? We're just going to go for a Feint, and we're going to go for a Make It Rain. They could have Terra Fire, Terra Blast. I don't think a 1-specs attack from the Deoxys takes the knockout, which is nice. At the positive. If they Terra Steel the Sneasel, though, that's pretty bad. Oh, boy. Please tell me that's Deoxys. That would be so much easier to handle. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I think. Do I live Terra Specs? Choice Specs Fire? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out together. So I go for the Feint into the Sneasel to break the Focus Sash. They did the Ice Shard play again. Nice. Oh, no. They went for Terra Blast. Okay. Hold. All right. That's really bad. Oh, I think they were reading Protect for my Fletchender. I don't have Protect on the Fletchender. Shoot. We're going to go Tatsugiri, because Terra Blast doesn't affect us for any damage. It's okay if we don't have Tailwind, but yeah, this got a lot uglier now. We're gonna go for the Tailwind and Muddy Water. Oh, what stinks is they could go out into Poltergeist. Get the... Oh, this is really bad. I might need to hope for like knockoff not KOing or triple axle missing the KO. Because they could go Poltergeist here. And get the focus dash back on Sneasel. Oh no. This is really bad. I knew that they were probably Terrifier, Terror Blast. I wasn't sure if that was going to KO. I probably should have done the calc. Let me check it now, I guess. Because I had bulk on the Golden Go. But yeah. Deoxys speed. Life Orb. Terror Blast. They retreat the Deoxys, which makes sense. They want to keep it around. What the heck is Ness? Oh, they brought the Hydrapple. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they went for triple axe on the Tatsu. Wait, I should survive this next one, right? Okay, wait, hold on. If I survive this next one, that's big. Because I get the Tailwind up. All right. Please land on the Sneasel. Okay, wait, no, I think we did hit the Sneasel. Okay. That's good. So it depends on the Deoxys and like what is the Deoxys spread? Because I do outspeed Deoxys. Or if they have no speed. Manaphy comes out. Interesting. I have a last-ditch effort. I have a last-ditch effort. Going to Enamorous and self-defog, baby. They can't Terra Blast at least, which is nice. Bring out the Enamorous. Get the evasion boost. A Tail Glow, which is actually good for me. Okay. Pollen Puff. Ooh, all right. I want to go hard Tatsu, and I want to go for the Springtide Storm. I'm just going to launch it all. Just going to launch it all. I will gladly take the risk here. Because I feel like I'm already so down in this game. So I'm going to go Tatsu for the Storm Drain and go for the Springtide. Hopefully land both of them. As this is Life Orb Enamorous with Terra Fairy. It's a pretty high special attack stat. Bring out the Tatsu. Wait, no, yeah, this is my Terra. I was about to say, I thought Joey Terra'd the Deoxys. No, this is my Terra. Okay. I almost got scared for a second because I thought my Terra didn't go. This battle's intense, man. This battle is absolutely intense. We bring out the Terra Fairy Enamorous. We missed! No! No! It should at least KO the Hydrapple. Oh, it did not. They stored power to cover too. I needed that damage into Manaphy. I think if I got the damage into Manaphy, I could have won too. Because I think maybe I could have done like... If Manaphy got chipped, I'm pretty sure I could have put in range of Faint Muddy Water. Now I can't win. Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. Well, I'll reveal my text at least. I'm going to go for Rain Dance Muddy Water. If I get accuracy drop on Manaphy, but even then, I'm pretty sure like the Deoxys just comes in. The Tailwind's over. Yeah, I just can't win. So I'll reveal my Rain Dance. How much did I do to Manaphy, man? Oh, I didn't even KO the Hydrapple. That actually stinks. Okay. So close, dang it. I just got like a lot. I just got the turn ones wrong pretty much every time. They are powered. Sure. I wonder if Joey will give me this differential by me KOing the Hydrapple with Fate. He should really just switch out into Deoxys to preserve the differential, but it'd be a nice treat. What is the calc on Manaphy? Oh, he actually gave me the differential. Okay, Fletcher gets a KO. Let me see. Enamorous, Terra Fairy, Springtide Storm. That's not the right mon. Manaphy? I'd assume he has bulk. Oh, that does a lot less than I thought, actually. Nah, it does way less than I thought. I thought I was two-shotting guaranteed. But that does not. Man, that was a lot weaker than I thought I calced. But, good games to Joey. The reads weren't bad, but I had to get the turn ones right, and I just got all of them wrong. I'm very bad at these because I was trying to figure out, okay, is there Terra Blast? But even if there's Terra Blast, do I survive a Terra Blast? And that is week 3, man. I don't know what happened in that battle, realistically. I think overall, that was like the first time I felt that much adrenaline in a Pokemon battle in quite a while. I thought those really big turn 150-50s, man, those mind games were sweaters, man. Felt like I probably didn't do the best commentating this battle either, so I do apologize for that. I will try to fix it for the next one. It's actually funny because this is my first live time commentating a draft league battle in a while, because actually I played this week before I played week 2. So the schedule's a bit out of order for me. So that was my first draft league battle in a while, and it was just different, right? I was just listening to music, which didn't help me actually, and I was also trying to do calc live, and I don't normally calc while I'm doing commentary during battles, so it was definitely a different experience. But man, so close to game 3 was definitely winnable. I think I had to go for Terra Fairy Moonblast into the Hydrapple and KO it, and if I did, then Deoxys was forced in. My Tatsugiri would outspeed, be able to get a Muddy Water off, and then I think I'd be able to actually be in a decent spot to win the game. So it was 100% a winnable game, and I definitely threw game 3 by going for Springtide. But I thought Springtide would KO. That's what I thought. I should probably get used to calcing a bit more during these draft league battles, because I normally don't calc when I battle. I usually calc after or sometimes before a battle. But huge friend to the channel, Mr. Joey Pokegame MD, thank you so much for inviting me to the draft league. One of my favorite competitive battlers and YouTubers to watch. So make sure you go check out Joey and the rest of the competitors down in the league. I don't know what our current record is. Again, I'm playing week 3 before week 2 even I play week 2, so I don't know what our score is. Hopefully we will still be able to make playoffs. Maybe we could get the bye as well, but at this point, not sure. I will be just trying to go along and learning from this experience. So again, huge GG's to Joey. Man, what an intense game, but I do think that my prep could have been more desirable. However, still a great battle. He got me good, and we'll see what we can do against Keely in week 4 against another Tailwind offense team. But I think I don't have to play as many mind games as I did against Joey in that one, so we'll see how it goes.